So I've always thought that raising money, at first I'd be impressed. I go, oh, wow, Sequoia invested a $1 billion valuation, the $100 million. You go, oh, wow, did they sell their stock? They got $100 million windfall. And it's like, no, 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 no. Like Sequoia, who are like the most intense MFers in the world, just joined the board. They're going to hold a gun to that person's head and say, you need to grow your company 300% a year. You need to spend as much money as possible to go there. And that CEO's life is shit. That's the equivalent of somebody saying, I'm going out, I'm putting myself into personal debt, and I'm getting credit cards at 30% annualized interest, right? To me, I'm just like, oh, no, I don't want that. Once I knew what it was. So that was fine. And the cool thing about what I did, and I'm sure Greg has had the same experience, is my business, MetaLab, was selling pickaxes to gold miners in Silicon Valley. So we would provide the services to help them build their business, design, development, et cetera. And we didn't take the risk. So whether the company fails or not, we're not risking alongside of them. And I got to be a fly on the wall in a lot of these board meetings and conversations and see the tremendous stress and misery that these founders were under. And then I would compare it to my life and I'd go, sure, my company is not worth $100 million, but I'm making 500K a year, a couple $1 million a year, living a great life in Victoria. No, this is pretty good. Number two was once I understood compounding and I could do basic math, I realized that I was going to be way wealthier than any of the people that I knew, even the people who had $1 billion companies, because I just knew that if I was compounding my capital and reinvesting, 80% of what I made, eventually the numbers would get huge. And I built a spreadsheet where I was like, okay, in 2010, where will I be at in 2015, 2020, 2025? And when I started noticing that I was actually following the trend line, I was like, okay, this compounding stuff works. And it felt like the tortoise and the hare, right? You're just slowly chugging along. The hare is running like a maniac and getting exhausted. And I'm just slowly compounding at, 25% a year. And now when I see someone who's got more money or whatever it is, I just go, okay, well, if I just keep compounding, I'll be good.